Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
So it's down to business here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this guy, Gabriel Martinelli, is someone whose game has come on in leaps and bounds since being plucked from relative obscurity, Peter. He's one of the best dribblers in the top flight, and I always say about wingers that if they can marry their technical ability with their great pace, they're on a winner.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Now it's Gabriel Jesus, Luis Skelly, and Mosquera, Zubimendi, Madueke. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Dembele. Zubimendi, Madueke wants to run onto this. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
And the pass is intercepted.
Zubimendi. And it's Luis Skelly. Martinelli. Vitinha. Now it's Doué. Doué.
Good driving run.
Cleared without hesitation. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Gabriel Jesus. Now Zubimendi. And it's Ødegaard.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia, and he's managed to get free. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Madueke. That's a look and place it forward. Now it's Odegaard. He is through here. Gabriel Jesus. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Pacho. Hakimi. Here's Vitinha. And it's Neves. He's in plenty of space here. He has found the way through. So we're still where we started right now. Madueke. Gabriel Jesus. Vitinha simply refused to be outdone there. Arsenal have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational. Can he finish? Denied by an instinctive save.
Gabriel Jesus really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Madueke! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Madueke is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Nuno Mendes. And it's Mendes. Zubimendi makes the interception. And now they can clear their lines. João Neves. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That is good strength. Calafiori. And it's Lewis Skelly. And here's Odegaard. Oh, no joy this time. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Doué. And here's Neves. Engages and forces him off the ball. Mosquera. And Nkapie. That's going wide left. Hakimi gets a foot in here. Paris Saint-Germain do have a chance to counter here.
Doué clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Now it's Martinelli. Oh, played right into his path. And the shot! Vitinha. It's run loose here. Tries one from range. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Gabriel Jesus clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Madueke with the short one. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He's got away. Oh, shooting chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Calafiori. Martinelli. Can he get it through? He's on it. He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's Ødegaard. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. He's chosen to go back, over to the right flank. Now it's Madueke. Now, can they get him away? Referee has just said play on. Kvaratskhelia. João Neves. Calafiori. Played through into space. Hakimi does really well to win the ball there. João Neves. Fabian Ruiz. Kvaratskhelia. Now it's Neves. Dembele. And here's Doué. And this is it's Dembele! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Nil-nil, but nevertheless a very decent game. Madueke. Vitinha wins the duel this time. Threads one in. And that's an excellent interception. Mosquera. Pass somewhat off target. Calafiori. Ødegaard. Norgard. And it's Zubimendi. It's a pretty loose pass. Looking to play him in. Dembele! Ødegaard. Lewis Skelly. And now the breakaway. Calafiori. Not the most accurate pass. Marquinhos. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Neves. And it's Ruiz. Now it's Neves. That's beautiful. Shapes to shoot! Oh, it rattles the bar. Lewis Skelly. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So there was the first half.
Paris Saint-Germain really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. So right back into the action.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Tries to play it through. He's found a way through. Martinelli. This looks... takes a shot! Goal! And the game has liftoff. That was a given. It always was.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Madueke finding himself in space. Arsenal have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Madueke goes short. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. And here's Madueke. Madueke is fouled. It's a quick one. It's a promising position. Cross goes in there. Oh, important interception. Hakimi. Vitinha. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And here's Jesus. Shot a goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Gabriel Jesus! He's got away with one there.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, you'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
And it's been taken short. Succumbs to the pressure. And now they can spring out of defence. Doué. Fabian Ruiz. This is a promising build-up. João Neves. And he's there to belt it away. Doué is flagged offside. Paris Saint-Germain still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Now it's Martinelli. He's shifting through the gears here. Shot, surely! It's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Paris Saint-Germain choosing to make the first change.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 14.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Kepa claims it, safe hands.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Now it's Martinelli. And here's Jesus. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Madueke. And it's Luis Skelly. Calafiori has it in a wide position. Marquinhos deals with that comfortably. Paris Saint-Germain do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Lee Kang-in. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. João Neves. Looking for options for movement. And he's managed to get rid. Odegaard. He's looking wide. Vitinha. That's good running with the ball. João Neves really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Now it's Gabriel Jesus, and he's got the big chance! That was superb goalkeeping!
Gabriel Jesus is offering a right smile there.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Martinelli. Spread out to the left. It's a throw-in. Hakimi. That's a lovely, neat pass. And it's Neves. That's destined for the flank. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia gets a cross in. Last-ditch defending, but that... And the shot! What a save by Kepa! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Nice interception, well timed. Deftly away. Vitinha. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Gabriel Jesus. Could move up a gear here. Always onto this. Space for him to turn and look. He's a sharp little ball here. And that is not finding anyone. Nuno Mendes. Now Fabian Ruiz. And it's Hakimi. João Neves. And it's Vitinha. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. This is Dembele. Odegaard. Quality ball. Now it's Martinelli. Hakimi. And here's Dembele. Odegaard gets across to intercept that. Zubimendi. Odegaard. Defending was strong and firm. Spread to the right. Now it's Madueke. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
Changement en cours.
And here's Saka. He's picked his way through. That's an errant pass. Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz. And Hakimi. Lee Kang-in. Oh, it's Dembele.
Paris Saint-Germain are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Paris Saint-Germain can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, such a clever touch. Gabriel Jesus is onto this.
Gabriel Jesus really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he cuts out the supply. Saka. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Decent chance! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Changement.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Oh, this looks sharp. Dembele going after that. Odegaard. Incapuyi. And it's Dembele. Nicely weighted ball. Barcola gets into a good position. That's very neat. And he shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's there to clear it. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Barcola has the space to scheme. There's the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Vitinha plays it short. Real chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. Now this could be a chance. And the finish! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Norgard, keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Saka. Zaire Emery. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end, virtually unavoidable. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Paris Saint-Germain desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch. And you're never going to win like that.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.